Superstock is bridging the gap. Superstock and Havisham. Superstock takes the lead from Havisham, and Superstock for Williams won it along their cap. Floating Artist, a length, flash flood, deep strike, Maserati Bay. It's Floating Artist, surging away, it's back. Floating Artist wins, a strong winner. Second deep. The 100 took over, it's over. Perret coming clear, and Perret's going to win it easily. Perret by about 2 lengths. Head bob a second, Social.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody, for Group 2 PB Lawrence Stakes Day. Really confident on a couple on this card. And what do you say? Spring is in the air. I think we're about, what, about 3 weeks away from the Memsie, maybe even 2 weeks away from the Memsie. So, it's going to be, I'm looking forward to the spring, and I'm looking forward to this card as well. So let's get into it. Let's find some winners and continue with what appears to be good run of form that I'm in. Race number 1 at Caulfeild is a benchmark 70 handicap over the 1400 metres, and I've got Steel Jimmy on top for Shane Keating and Jared Fry. 2 from 2, winning in dominant fashion in both runs. From barrier 11, I think it's perfect. Should find its way to the top quite easily here. It's been a good bit of money for it early, and I'm actually quite confident on this horse. They've turned out big offers from Hong Kong so far to race the horse, and the offers are only going to get bigger after it wins here. First made for second, I thought was a really good chance. Blake shit in the settle with the 61, not going for the Apprentice, and it comes for a good race behind St. Lawrence. It's had a few more starts than Steel Jimmy, that's all. It hasn't been as impressive. Belthil for third, I thought could run well, and Rick's Café for fourth. But Steel Jimmy on top, race 1 Caulfeild, and First Mate for second. 25 the win, Steel Jimmy, 5 the win on First Mate. Race number 2 at Caulfeild is a benchmark 84 for the Felicia Mares over 1400 metres, and I've got Beour Bay on top for Shane Nichols, and Dean Yender with the 54 kilos from barrier number 3. Narrowly pipped its last 3, and I think can score the win here. Was good being beaten by Lavina at Sandown, then went to Caulfeild and was beaten by Hound. Fluke win for that horse, and was just got done on the line, and then it was in a bobbing go on the line at Fleming, and it was coming hard late. This horse can settle up on speed and prove very hard to beat here. 460 is a very, very good price. Tajneed, just think it might need one more, though Damien Oliver and Perrin Paul Snowden are a lethal combination when combining in Melbourne. Life Lessons I'm taking on because it's only first up, but ability-wise, she has lengths on this field, just a query first up, and Hellhound for fourth. Beour Bay for mine, race 2 Caulfeild, 12 the win. Race number 3 at Caulfeild is a benchmark 78 over the 1200 metres, and I've got Waverider on top. I've been with her past 2, and she's won. I see no reason to jump off here. Blake in the saddle, 58.5. Barrier 15 might be the only query, but look, last start she was good at winning over the 1200 metres at Caulfeild. As a 280 favourite, was a dominant win that day in 3-year-old handicap company with a 56.5 from a good draw at barrier number 6. Now, I know what you're going to say. She goes up to the 58.5, but her prior run at Caulfeild, she carried 58 from barrier 11 and won by 5 lengths, running away on the line. So she only goes up half a kilo and has only had a couple more from that run. So she did it once and won by 5 lengths. I think she can do it again here. Loves Caulfeild and loves dry ground, so really confident in her chances, though the recent trial was a little bit disappointing, though they didn't ask her to do much. Holymanz for second, can run well. Climbing Star, easiest race she's contested, and Strip Back, I thought could run well at odds. But 40 the win on Waverider for mine, race 3 at Caulfeild. Race number 4 at Caulfeild is a benchmark 84 for the mares over 1100 metres, and I've got Waverider Buoy on top. Blake shit again, this time for Waller, and I'm really confident in this horse's chances with the 56.5 from barrier number 7, has been narrowly beaten in Sydney its past 2. When Waller brings one south with good form, SF form in Sydney, I think it's going to run well, and I think it'll be winning by an absolute space. Really confident. Flying on a limb for second. Lightly raced horse. 3 wins, good form. Ben Mellum in the settle with a lightweight can run really well from barrier number 10. Just a query where it gets to in the run. Skidamaring 3 from 4 for Bo Mertens again. Could be anything and win again. And Bound for home. Won the Quezette last year and has run good races since then. I think can run well here. Only had the 2 wins from 5 starts, but has been very lightly raced for a 4-year-old mare. But Waverider Boy for mine, race 4 at Caulfeild, 30 the win. Waller and Shin, they'll get the win. Race number 5 at Caulfeild is a benchmark 84 over the 1400 metres, and I've got Amenable on top, just clearly the one to beat here. The classiest horse in the field. It is the one to beat in this field. Damien Lane from Mick Price, Michael Kent Jr. said the 7 starts for 1, 2, 3, and I'm confident it can be 2 from 7 here. Barrier 13, perfect. Should allow Damien Lane to come across with plenty of time, peel it out at the top of the straight, and go whooshka. They won't be beating him. Carini for second. Blake Shin aboard for its Australian debut for Danny O'Brien. Sorry, what am I thinking? Can run well, but the draw's the query. But the book's Blake Shin, it's 550, so you got to give it respect. Devoted is a stakes winner in his stakes place that has the big weight and is only first up. And Paperboy, this horse is way over the odds. Third up to the 1400 metres. It's lone run at 1400 this campaign. I think it's a cracking chance at $51 for a place, but Amenable for mine, going to win this. Race 5, $35 the win. Race number 6 at Caulfeild is the listed Regal Roller Stakes over the 1200 metres, and I am with It's Our Time. I'm convinced now. I'm on the bandwagon. His win last start was an absolute perler under Mickey D. He sticks for this run with the 56.5 kilos from barrier number 6. Was good in the Black Sheen League. Handles Caulfeild, no problem. Though without a win in 7 starts, that has been really consistent at the track. Consistent stakes grade horse. He's the one that's hard fed and the one that'll be running an absolute perler here and just be running these off their feet. I think at the price it's a cracking price. It just is. It's a really good price for this horse. Bandersnatch for second, has good form. And I think can run well. Thunder Beauty first up in Australia, can run well for the male users team, and Craig Williams and William Thomas. This horse is over the odds, and I keep saying this, but he is this time. He was run 2 cracking races down the straight. They bring him to Caulfeild. I think can run a cracker here. It's Our Time for mine and the Regal Roller. 25 the win. Race number 7 at Caulfeild is the Group 3 Quezette Stakes for the girls over the 1100 metres, and I've got Skirt the Law on top for Tony Gollan and Ryan Maloney. 3 from 4, arguably should be undefeated, was clearly had a vet issue in Sydney where it was a 205 favourite after winning the millions up in Queensland. Has been dominant in its first first 3 runs. Clear excuses in Sydney. Spelled. They're bringing her back in here for this race and for further targets in the spring. And I think Gollan wouldn't have it here if he didn't think it was ready to go. Drawn barrier number 1. I think that's an absolute beautiful gate for her. Should settle handy on the fence or even lead. Maloney knows what to do. Ridden to 3 victories, and I'm pretty confident on this horse winning this. Charmstone for second. Was good winning its maiden and stakes company, but was disappointing in his only run in the autumn, though Damien Lane sticks, but the draw worries me. Kimochi has the Sydney form and can run, and 'tis enough. Wow was a win at the Valley, but needs to prove itself again. The Quezette for mine, winner, Skirt the Law, 35 the win. Race number 8 at Caulfeild is the Group 3 Vane Stakes over the 1100 metres, and I've got Cylinder on top for Blake Shin again here, would you believe it, for James Cummings. First up off the run in the Sires over the 1400 metres on a heavy track. Not convinced it runs 1400, not convinced it handles a heavy track, so I'm going to completely be petting that run. And prior to that was good in the Golden Slipper. James Cummings has openly said that this horse is ready to go, and if he's ready to go here, he'll win by an absolute space. Over 5 lengths in my opinion, and I think he will be doing so. $1.70, probably should be a bit shorter than that. I reckon he's a $1.50 chance against these. Little Brose is the only one that's holding you at that price, and it's even for them. Little Brose beat Cylinder in the Merson Cooper, and Cylinder beat Little Brose in the Golden Slipper, so I think it's a bit even there. And I think Cylinder will get a better run and has a map advantage on Little Brose, though Little Brose is a Group 1 winner already. I am unstoppable for third, 2 from 2. Can run well. Good horse to win a stakes race at your second start and remain undefeated. And Krakarib likely tears off into the lead from barrier number 1. But Cylinder for mine, the Group 3 Vane Stakes. His race to lose, 50 the win. Caulfeild Race 9 is a Group 2 PB Lawrence Stakes over the 1400 metres, the feature of the day, and it's a short price favourite for the feature, but man, he looks to be unbeatable here, and that's Mr. Brightside. He's the best horse in the race, and nearly every horse in this form can tie the form in through him, either through certain different Group 1 races or through the Lawrence last year, where he did win. Look, he's the best horse in the race. On paper, he's an M word, and I think he'll be saluting here. $2. Yeah, maybe should be a bit short. I reckon he'll get into about $1.60, about $1.70 on the day. So $2, I think, is value at the moment. Attrition for second is the one and only danger to him. Just has so much upside. This horse first up, offering a narrow second in the Guineas. I think he's the only one that can beat him. Tuvalu, a Group 1 winner, tries his guts out, and I think we'll be scoring a place here. In Western Empire, at its best, this horse is a good horse, and at 16-1, I don't think he can win, but I think he can definitely run top 3. 80 the win, Mr. Brightside. 10 the place on Western Empire is how I'm playing the Group 2 PB Lawrence Stakes. And race number 10 at Caulfeild is a benchmark 100 over the 1600 metres, and I've got Berkeley square on top. 4 from 8 for Dan O'Sullivan. Jai McNeil in the saddle, not Craig Williams. Jai rode it first up, and ran an absolute cracker first up in running 4th. Was a great run considering the leaders were often gone, and he had to make a long, sustained, searching run, and was, just the run itself was good enough to say he's a Group 1 winner and waiting, and I think he will win a Group 1 this spring, and he'll be taking care of them quite easily here. The draw is the only thing that worries me, but his form in general is just better than these, and I think that'll be the draw will offset his form offsets the draw by a big way. So Berkeley square on top. He'll have to earn it though. Deny Knowledge for second, I think, is a great chance. Carini with a lightweight, even lighter with her claim. Barrier number 4 can run well. Sibaaq comes down from City to run in here and is a good chance for Amenable and D-Lane in the cell. And Junior Powell ran well at the very last start and can run well here. But Berkeley square race 10 for mine. 40 the win to end the day. Thank you everyone for watching my preview for Caulfeild for Group 2 PB Lawrence Stakes. They're really keen on a couple on this card, and I think I'll be getting some winners here. Thank you again for watching, and